Thank you. Thank you so much. It feels so good to be here again. It's lovely to see you all on this beautiful summer night in the heart of Amsterdam in this beautiful theater. Thanks for joining us tonight. Now, I can promise you this will be a bunq update to remember. We have so many amazing new updates for you. We have so many features that we have been working incredibly hard on. But before we do, as always, let's take a moment and pick 3 of the highlights between last bunq update and this one to walk you through. The first highlight I'd like to share with you is the one we had several weeks ago. It was a gigantic leap for bunq. And one for me personally as well. As an entrepreneur, I've always wanted to be part of a company that goes transatlantic, that operates on both sides of the pond. And for bunq, it is obviously a gigantic step forward because it will unlock an enormous market. Now, obviously, I'm talking about the US banking permit application that we submitted a few weeks ago. And I guess we'll keep you updated. It's a big thing for us. But for now, as the saying goes, for now, we wait. Yeah, thanks. Then the second highlight is one concerning deposits, because this has been something on our agenda for the last couple of updates. But much to our own surprise, the growth keeps going. And tonight, I'd like to thank you all for putting your trust in us. I would like to thank you all for inviting everyone you knew to join us, because as of today, we stand at a whopping 4.5 billion euros in deposits. Yes, thank you. Now, if you look carefully at that graph, you will notice something that might be an exponential growth curve. And so, behind stage, we just made a deal that if you guys keep inviting your friends, your partners, your distant relatives, whomever to join us, you keep asking them to deposit their money with us, and we hit 9 billion, so we continue the exponential growth, I'll bake everybody cake in the room. That's a promise. And now, finally, as a final highlight to share, this is a very, very first time for bunq. It is something we have never done before. We have never disclosed our user numbers because we've always felt that we should focus on things that matter most, which is delivering you an excellent experience, making a product you love to use, making an app that is incredibly easy to use. And over the course of the last years, we have purely focused on that. But then, if we do so, and these improvements get adopted, and you guys and girls love the product, then our user numbers will grow. And so the other day, we ran a query on the total number of users on our bunq platform. And we were amazed and humbled and very grateful, because as it turns out, in just a few years, bunq, a very small Dutch company, has become the biggest neobank in mainland Europe and the second biggest in Europe. Because as of today, we are serving over 9 million users. So thank you very much. And I am very convinced that if we continue with this laser focus on you, our users, and on keeping you happy, we will soon be the #1. And of course, with your help as well. On that note, it is time to talk about all the amazing new features that we have been building for you, features that make life easy. As with last time, we'd like to start with bunq Web, that allows you to use bunq on any device. And as with last time, our very own lead engineer, Thijs, will walk you through it. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Thijs.
Thank you. Thank you. It is so good to be back here and tell you about all of the things we've built for you in bunq Web to make your life easy. As always, we draw inspiration from Together, where you share your feedback and your ideas. But we also look at how you use the app. And as it turns out, you love customizing your home screen in your mobile app. You love creating folders, dragging around sub-accounts and cards exactly how you like it. So we figured we should bring that to bunq Web as well. So I'll walk over here to my computer and show you what that looks like. I'll connect it to the screen. There we are. So here's my company account, and I want to combine all of my office-related accounts into one folder. So I'll just drag the office supplies here to the software subscriptions, and there it is, a new folder. So I'll also move the office parties account in there. And I'll also... Oh, I don't know how that ended up there. This is from an office party. If you would like to join too, go to bunq.com/jobs and join us. Let's move on. And finally, I can also move my card in here, the office expenses card, into the folder. There it is. Now, one of the great things about bunq is how easy it is to send money and send requests to the people that you trust. You can do this very easily from your mobile phone by directly sending it to someone in your phone's contacts. And we figured we should add that to bunq Web as well. So I'm very excited to tell you that as of tonight, bunq Web will also have all of your phone's bunq contacts in them. Let me show you how that works by making a payment. I'll enter 10 euros. And if I click here on recipient, I can now see that all of my contacts are in there. And I can search too, so I'll enter Uncle Bob and send the payment. How easy was that? Now, even though that was pretty fast, as a small business owner, I don't want to have to be entering all of these payments manually over and over again. So we built something for you where you can have an employee or someone else do that for you instead, and all you have to do is approve them. To show you how this works, I'd like to invite my sexy accountant here on stage. Give him a big hand.
Good evening, good evening. That was a very accurate description of me.
Yes. Hi, Brian.
Hi.
Let's do some payments.
Let's go for it. I really feel like an accountant today. Okay, so you gave me access to your SIP account, so that's good. So I can prepare a payment. Click on pay. 30 euros for balloons, I guess for the party. And I add...
What can I say? We love the party.
Put in the invoice reference, and I send it for approval.
Great. So now all I have to do is go here into my overview. There's the pending payment. I just review the details. I click on accept, and I confirm. And there it is. All I have to do. Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome.
Maybe we'll see you later.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? Now next. Who recognizes this box of receipts? Maybe some business owners know what pain this is. Yes, because when the month or the quarter ends and you have to send all of your paperwork to your accountant, it can be a real hassle getting all of your invoices and attachments and receipts in one place. So we dove in and built something for you that will make it much, much faster. As of now, you can create an export statement, and besides all of your transaction information, it will also include all of your invoices and receipts. I'll show you how that works by going here into the main account and into settings, and then I click on export statements. And you'll now see a new option that says include attachments. So if I click on export and I wait for it to generate and download to my computer, I can open it, and yes, there are my transactions, but also all of the invoices and receipts. How great is that? So this box here, I don't need it anymore. Those are the things we wanted to show you that are new in bunq Web. As I said before, this is all based on feedback we've received from you, our users. So please go to together.bunq.com and let us know what else you would like to see. That's it for bunq Web. Back to Ali.
Guys, ladies and gentlemen. All of these and other improvements will be available to you directly after this bunq update. And now it's time to move to the bunq app and all of the amazing improvements we have built there for you. The improvements that I'm going to show you tonight, the features that I'm going to show you tonight, are inspired by a recent increase in travel in my personal life. Of late, I've been living a life that is mostly known as a digital nomad, as it's called these days. And as such, I've experienced what it's like to use bunq in many countries and during travel, working remotely, living remotely, and all of the benefits that bunq brings. Well, the first thing that I've noticed is how incredibly easy and handy bunq is, because you always have all your money affairs in order. You always have full control. All you need to do is change stuff through the app, which you can do whenever you want and wherever you are. But as things go, we always find improvements, and I'd love to show some of these improvements to you tonight. So let me connect my phone to the screen. There we go, and tap on the beautiful bunq logo. Here we are. Okay, so the first improvement I'd like to walk you through tonight is one that involves your safety and security. Your security at bunq has always been our utmost concern, and as such, we have had a number of unique features. One of them is that your card only works in the country that you're currently located. So my card, yes, I see some approval nodding there, yes, yes. So my card will now only work in the Netherlands because I'm standing here in the Netherlands. It won't work in Germany or any other country. Now, during one of my travels recently with a good friend, we passed through France to enter Spain, and we noticed an improvement point, because both those countries have tollways, and you have to pay toll on both sides of the border. And so as we moved through the border and had to pay at the Spanish tollway, which was very much near the border, I think 100 meters or so, my phone still thought I was in France, and the payment got denied. The security kicked in. So we thought, okay, this is something we could improve on. The second thing we could improve on is when you're in a big country like the US, and just imagine that you're in New York, it doesn't make sense to allow payments in the entirety of the US, because you can't be possibly in New York and, say, San Francisco at the same time. So we thought, okay, let's come up with something that keeps you safer than before, yet is easier than before. So we went ahead and built just that. As of tonight, your bunq cards will only work in a vicinity of 100 kilometers around you. So both of the issues will be addressed thanks to localized card protection. Now, that was a bit of an intro to explain to you how we keep you safe, but enabling it is easier than ever. All you need to do is just go to your cards, tap on your card, tap on the top right cogwheel, and then go to the security bit, tap on Allowed Countries. Now it's Europe and the United States, and I want to be extra safe, so I'm going to enable localized card protection. Let's hope it works. And boom, Amsterdam and 100 kilometers around us, and that is it. You are safe as of now, and you will never have the border issue ever again. How cool is that? Thank you. Now, given my many travels to the US, I've experienced what it's like to go out for dinner and for drinks there. First of all, I've noticed that the service there is great, especially compared to Amsterdam. I mean, let's be honest. But then when it comes to pay the bill, you ask for a receipt, you get the receipt, you lay down your card, they take your card, they swipe your card, they give back your card and a receipt, and then you manually write a tip on the receipt, and then they take all these receipts, they combine them, and after a couple of days, they enter the new amount, and then you get the new amount in your bunq app. Now, all of this is nice and dandy because it works in the sense that you get better service, but it doesn't really work to keep things easy, because who likes to keep an eye on all of their transactions all of the time? So to make life easy and make this simpler, tonight we're introducing a really nice feature that will do this for you and will warn you if anybody tries to charge a tip that is beyond the boundary you set. Because tonight we are launching tip protection. It is super easy to enable. All you need to do is go back to the security setting and you will see a new entry called tip protection. Today it is off, but let's just enable it. Boom, you can enter the tip percentage that you're likely to tip. I'm Dutch, so I'm gonna keep it at the lowest possible rate, 20%. It'll get rounded to the next €5, and if any tip goes above this, you will get a warning notification in the bunq app. So let's tap on save and go back to the main screen. Now, just to show you how this works, we went out for dinner yesterday and got this receipt. There we go. Somehow we managed to make it a nice even $100, which really benefits tonight because the calculation is super easy. $100 means $20 in tip. And I've heard that this tip will now be, by the way, Forget Me Not is actually one of my favorite places in New York. I can highly recommend it. I only noticed, so that's cool. So I've heard that the tips will be entered right now. So let's have a look at the bunq app and see what will happen. There we are. So it says your card has been overcharged. You get a warning. Probably somebody made a typo because they entered 130 instead of 120. And now if you go to your USD account, because it's a dollar account, you will see an exclamation mark on the event right there. So tap on it and it will say the merchant claimed more than they should have. If you don't agree, ring them up and get your money back. So as of tonight, no more overcharge tip. How cool is that? Which brings me to the next feature I am going to show you. It is a very exciting one, probably one of the most exciting features we have launched in bunq's history. It's related to cards. It is something that is very common in the US, but not so common, if at all existent in Europe. It is something where bunq will yet again push the boundaries in favor of you, our users. It is something that we know is the #1 most requested feature with cards. Without further ado, tonight bunq is introducing Cashback. Now, for people who do not know what cashback is, it's kind of in the word. Every time you use your credit card, you get cash back. And we are offering incredible rates because as of tonight, you will get 2% on public transportation and 1% each time you use your bunq credit card in a restaurant or bar. How cool is that? I can promise you that will really add up. And to show you what this might look like in real life, we made a short video. Let's have a look. Now, because this feature is very complicated and it touches many of our core systems, the cards, the payments, all the other stuff, we are very careful in launching it, which means that we will be launching only a limited beta. So if you're as excited about this feature as I am, hurry up and go to bunq.com/cashback and sign up because we will have only 1,000 spots available. Yes, I see some people. That's probably a good move. Anyway, that's it for me tonight. We have a lot of great improvements to the Activities tab. And to show you all of these amazing new features, I'd like to welcome Sexy Accountant on stage, Party Animal by night, Head of Finance by day. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian.
Good evening, good evening. I'm Brian, well, Head of Finance by day, and I guess Party Animal by night. To be fair, it's not really true. I'm also getting a bit older, so I nowadays settle for a nice dinner, maybe 2 glasses of wine. But I am still a huge fan of the Activities tab to find all those restaurants, and we have noticed that you also use it more and more. So based on your feedback and the knowledge of TryCount, we made a lot of improvements. Who's excited to see them? That's a good thing, because I'm going to show them. Okay, we go to the Home tab, and then we click on the 7th tab, Activities. There it is. And you immediately see the improved design, making it easier than ever to track all your activities and see which places have been recommended by your friends, the people that you trust. Well, let's start at the top. As you can see, I have a place to review. So, if you've done it in the past, you know what to do. Someone recognizes the venue, I guess. If you go down, you can see some additional information, also your spending, so you recognize what you've been doing there. And actually, I've been there with my good friend. We all know her, Kylie. Of course, of course. So, of course, I had a great time, so I'm gonna recommend it. And now you see something cool, because you see a list of emojis. So now you can also add some additional data there and give insight in the occasion that you went for. But it's business, it's family, you can go for a date with friends or by yourself. I wish I was on a date with Kylie, but let's be honest, we are just friends, so. But the review is done. We go back to the Activities tab, and as you can see, the whole What's Happening section has been improved. We visualized it to make it easier for you to get a feeling of the recommendations made by your friends. So let me click on McDonald's. As you can see, we preloaded the photos, so they load very smoothly. You immediately can see what's happening. And you can again see all the emojis. So in this case, I see that the McDonald's is not very suitable for business. It's very good to go there with your family, obviously. You shouldn't go there on a date. And I see 2 people went there all by themselves. So I'm not going to judge. I guess they had a very long day that day, and well, I think they were very happy because they recommended it. So let's see. If you scroll down, you can also see that I made a payment at the McDonald's. So and you see also some additional information, such as the opening hours, the website, and of course the map, so you also know where to find it. So this is the improved What's Happening section. When you put a lot of data into a system, you can also, of course, get a lot of data out of the system. So we use that to improve search. So now we made it easier than ever to search for specific topics such as eat, drink, and fun. So let me click on eat. The map opens, you've seen it before, of course, on my location here at DeLaMar, and you see all the places where you can eat recommended by my friends on the map. Let's do it for drink. And again, all the places where you can have nice drinks are recommended on the map in one go. How easy is that? Of course, we went a little bit further. We also improved the search bar, make it easier to find a venue to go to for a specific event. So let's say I want to have drinks with friends in Amsterdam. Use the search bar, and I can now actually use filters. So a filter in Amsterdam. Bar with a nice martini glass. I love it. And what did I say? Friends. Click on it, search, make it a little bigger, and all the places where I can have drinks with my friends are showing up. So I can also do that to find places recommended by a specific friend of mine. So again, let's do Amsterdam. We're here anyways, a bar. And let's see what Kylie has recommended. And also here, all the places recommended by Kylie are showing up on the map, easier than ever. For the people who know me, they know I literally have no sense of direction. So bunq makes it easy for me. We added a nice arrow. So when you click on it, it actually is giving me directions. So if I move, I control, everything happens here. It's great, right? For me, this is like the best improvement. Thank you. Let's put it off, because I think we all get a bit nauseous here. At least I get. So the last thing I want to highlight is that you can also use the search to plan your activities. So next week, actually, Samantha, Thijs, and I are going to work remotely in Barcelona. I love to do some planning. I want to make sure we can get some proper drinks after work. So now I can search for Barcelona, and the map goes directly to Barcelona and shows me all the places to have drinks. How cool is that? That was it for the activities tab. So use it, like it, and love it just as much as I do. Before we go back to Ali, we are going to go green. And of course, there's only one person who can tell you all about that. That's my lovely colleague, Samantha.
Thank you. Thanks, Brian. Really looking forward to that trip to Barcelona. But first, before I go, I have a lot of very exciting green updates to share with you all. So, as you know, bunq plants a tree for every 100 euros that you spend. And the bunq community just keeps planting so many trees. In fact, as of tonight, the bunq community has already planted over 13 million trees. That's an incredible amount of trees, so much so that it's actually time for us to start diversifying our tree planting partners. So we teamed up with this great company called VeryTree, and to introduce them, we made a short video. Let's have a look.
To date, the bunq community already planted a staggering 13 million trees. And every day we plant more. To keep up with the many, many people who use bunq to make the world a greener place, we're joining forces with our new tree planting partner, VeryTree. Together with VeryTree, we plant a tree for every 100 euros you spend on our dedicated tree planting sites in Kenya. Thanks to your efforts, forests grow, wildlife recovers, and communities thrive. Become CO2-free in just 2 years.
All right. Now it's time to show you all the great new things in the Green tab. I'm personally super excited for this, but I might be a little bit biased. So let me grab my phone and connect it to the screen. There we go. Now I'll tap on the Green tab. And the first thing that you'll see is that the offset bar looks a little bit different. When we launched Easy Green, we started out by taking averages. So we took the average CO2 emission of an average European and then calculated backwards how many trees you would need to plant in order to offset that CO2 and become CO2-free. And that's what you were seeing in your progress bar. But tonight, I'm very excited to say that this bar is now personalized to you. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Because after all, my carbon footprint can be different than Ali's or Brian's. So how does it work? Basically, every time you make a payment, we're going to calculate what the carbon footprint is for that specific payment. We're going to total up all of your footprints, and then we're going to check how many trees you've planted, when they were planted, and that's the progress you'll see on your offset bar in your step to becoming CO2-free. How cool is that? And to take it even further, we added something else that's very cool. You'll notice that there's a new little icon at the top right. If I tap on it, I'll be able to see my personal CO2 insights. So this will show me month over month what my CO2 emissions are. And the cool thing is I'll be able to see what they are per category. So those who know me know that I love to travel, so it's no surprise that for me, travel is a big impact on my CO2 footprint. If I tap on it, I'll be able to see all the relevant payments that I've made and how much CO2 those have emitted. How cool is that? CO2 Insights will be available for Easy Green, but also for all of our Easy Money and Easy Bank users, so check it out. And there's one more thing I'd like to show you. I'll go back to the Green tab for that. Scroll down to the Green team, and let me refresh your memory on what the Green team is. So as an Easy Green member, I can add someone to my Green team and help them offset their CO2 as well, because they'll be able to plant a tree for every 100 euros that they spend, no matter which plan that they're on. And tonight, we're expanding the Green team to make it even better. Now, anyone in my Green team will also benefit of 2% cashback. Thank you so much. That was all for the Green tab, and now I'll hand it back over to Ali.
Samantha and Brian, well done. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I hope you've enjoyed all of these great features that we have showed you. They will be available directly after this bunq update. But hold on to your horses, because before we say our goodbyes, as always, there's this one final feature I'd love to show you. And it has everything to do with interest rates and mass interest. I think what makes mass interest massively interesting is mainly, yes, funny joke, I know, is mainly two things. First of all, we push the boundaries on paying out interests very quickly. You got your interest payments every month. Secondly, our interest rates are massive. Just 2 days ago, we increased euro interest rates for our Dutch users to a whopping 2.46%. Now, tonight, we will be improving further on that, because as of tonight, we will introduce weekly interest payouts. How cool is that? Now, we call this feature the Payday, the bunq Payday. And the cool thing about this is that everybody in the room will have their very own payday, and it will be a set day every week. So you can look forward to it. On that day, you will get all of your interest that you accumulated during that week. You will get all of your cash back of that week, and you will see how many trees you have planted that week on your very own bunq Payday. But there's more. Because what makes interest rates interesting is, of course, the higher they are. And we figured, how can we make interest rates even higher than they are today? Well, we dove in and we figured out that if we would allow you to have savings in different currencies, you can get more interest rates. In fact, I just checked the interest rates we have as of tonight will go up to a whopping 3.71% on your multi-currency savings. How cool is that? Now, it's super easy to add a multi-currency saving. Let me connect my phone to the screen and show you how it works. Here we are. All you need to do is go to Add, tap on Add a Sub-Account, choose Savings Account, and you'll see now under Local Settings, you have a currency you can choose. You can have 2.46% for euro, 3.71 for British pound, or 3.71 for US dollar. Now, I'm going to choose US dollar since I'm in New York a lot. Tend to spend a lot as well, so I hope I get to save a bit before I get there. Tap on Create, and boom, that's it, 3.71%. How cool is that? Thank you so much for being here tonight. I hope you've enjoyed. Take it easy. Good night.